Okay, I should be live right now. Hey, how are you? Welcome in another live video. Last video we discussed more about pattern making, and in the previous series about Heroes Never Dies and the live streams, we talked about the Wolverine a lot last month. This is coming to an end regarding the Wolverine. I just want to show you the box I created. It's still a test case, but I think it's nice to have a closer look. And we're also gonna talk about the next build, which will be Jean Grey. Thank you for all your comments on either Instagram or Facebook. It was a close call. There were a lot of votes for Vegeta as well, which is great, but it does not fit in this series yet. It will, but for now we're gonna stick to some other options, and Jean Grey was voted a lot for as well, so that's the first one we're gonna continue with. I'm just checking to see on YouTube if we're live, if I can check in or not. Yeah, there we go. Nice. I'm just checking on my laptop because I want to be able to be accessible for you during the chat. So if you have a question or a remark, you can leave them in that comment section. Also, if you're watching this later, if you have any questions regarding the lightbox I've created or the pattern we're gonna work from, please let me know. Alright. So, to start with something else entirely, this is one of my first art projects for which I wanted to build a custom case. This is my Sunny Side Up project, which I'm creating under my personal name, Arjan Boeve, or as an artist name above, which you can see on my other social media account. And I wanted to do something with these eggs, and I wanted to create them, but also find a way on how I could transport them safely, as well as present them as well as possible. So I've designed this custom case, which is, well, not very small, but it has some space underneath, so you can put some, I don't know, some stuff in there. And it works together very well with the Hang Your Glass system. I'm very fond of their product. I've been using it for the past 2 years, and increasingly, so I'm using it more and more. This case, we used a laser to cut all the parts and to assemble it. And again, this is also a test case, but I was rather fond of it. So when we were actually thinking about the Heroes Never Die project, I was already thinking about how can we use this, I don't know, the things we learned here into developing something in this shape of the Heroes Never Dies project. So, which we did. So let me get that for you. I would need to unplug it first. Yeah, that isn't safe. Okay. So, same applies for the Wolverine as for the egg. It hangs with the Hang Your Glass system, and somehow there's a little bit movement here, which is a bit new for me. So I'm not sure why this is. And as you can see, right now the case is not leveled. That's because the screws from the Hang Your Glass system are going through the box, and these should go into the wall. So the box you are receiving this art piece in should also be the same item you can use as a frame backlit on your wall. So that's what we're developing now. It's still a prototype number 1, but I think we're onto something. It's looking nice. So there are some minor things we still need to address, such as some gaps we need to fill, and we're just using a regular LED strip here all the way around it, as small as possible, so you can use a little bit of plywood to get it out of sight for the most part. So yeah, that's where we are right now. It's just a test case, and I hope we can finish developing it so it can be something for each hero we're gonna create. So back to Jean Grey. This particular design had quite some flaws. So before I was shooting this video, I was making sure to check everything, because I noticed with the Wolverine there were some minor flaws in the pattern, which I might have seen earlier. So, which is why I made already a head start looking at things. So over here we're going to get in trouble. So, oh sorry, it's out of the frame. So over here we're going to get into trouble, and that's mainly of course because of the hand, which I would probably paint on, but these shapes, they're so thin and fine, so that's not gonna fly. So I think we really need to give the finger some more definition so they can be separate parts. And then of course there's this zap or this spark, which is going to be an issue as well. So yesterday evening I was thinking about this on my laptop and I went through the design, and I came up with a plan which involves adding a circular shape here and then another one here. I don't know if this is going to be pretty, but we're using all these kind of circular shapes here, so I was thinking we could do the same, and then we can make sure that all these points align with either of these 2 or 3 cutting lines, and then we should be a lot safer. So also for the shoulder part, I'm getting rid of this part in the design. It's going to be way too difficult. I've added a line here, their armpit, and also over here this is going to be way too small, so this needs to be adjusted, so we don't have to cut her throat because of my design flaw. Oh, and over here, yeah, it's still visible on camera. This part also is so small. I was thinking maybe it's better just to not do it at all. At least add some cutting lines here so we don't have a very weird tomahawk shape, which glass just won't be able to cooperate with. Moving on to the boots. A shape like this also is a bit much, right? So for glass at least. So I was thinking maybe we can follow through this line here, and then this will be a tricky part still. Maybe giving it a little bit more thickness here, so it's better to create. And if we're doing it here, it might be nice to copy the same way of doing things in the other boot as well. Over here we have the toes that are cutting into this bottom part quite deep. This is going to be quite troublesome. This needs to be ground out, or if you have a glass cutter, that would be a good course of action. And because our toes are quite pointy, we might end up going a little bit lower into the glass. This might save, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes of work on a grinder. So yeah, regarding pattern, I think this is these are the changes I would make. I'm just spying another one, zooming in on her halo. This shape here is one shape right now, which is not really advisable. So maybe we should add a line here. Yeah. So it's nice in sync with this point. And now we have two parts, yeah, we can create. And this one as well is going to be very interesting because it's a waste of glass actually. But I think it will be so nice if we have this swoosh over here and then continuing. So visually, when you look at the pattern, you're I'm not sure which camera I should use right now. Okay, so here. So visually, when you're looking at this pattern, and especially with the Oceanside glass, which we're going to use, it's going to be quite mesmerizing because you're constantly being drawn and pulled into this vortex with jean grey in the middle. So I really enjoy that. So glass-wise, I was thinking Oceanside has some wonderful opaque glass, right? So we use some for the Wolverine, and this one I'm really fond of. It's this really orange, really nice orange, and of course it's a very nice reference to her alter ego, Mrs. Phoenix. So I was thinking about using this in the background, but only the lower part. So we're going to use the darker colors more underneath, and then build up to the brighter or the lighter colors, and then this will be the lightest one. So I'll be searching for Oceanside glass that goes nice in between, like a medium orange and maybe a lighter orange, or a darker, I don't know what this is. This might be an ivory. And those we're gonna mix. And as you can see, it has already some nice swirls, some nice texture in it. So those we're gonna match with the swirls we're making in the design. So yeah, it's gonna be a very exciting background. Maybe this is the first time I'm feeling really excited about the background instead of the subject itself. For Jean Grey herself, we might end up using quite some of the same glass we've used for the Wolverine. The yellows here, the brighter blues, maybe also the darker blue, but I'm thinking the steel blue mainly for her suit. And the hang your glass system will be positioned here, so at the X-Men logo. That one will be opaque as well, so on the back side we can attach the hang your glass system, which I should have close by so I can show you. Oh yeah, hold on. Okay, so more about hang your glass. I'm not trying to push the product, so please be aware of that. This is just really genuinely being kind of amazed by the product, which has a great use for the things I'm making, including this project. And I was able to purchase a small series like like a year ago, half a year ago, with some discount, and what I've ordered are these small bits and a glue set, and they have an activator and adhesive, and this adhesive you apply to the glass and it just won't ever let go. So once this is on the glass, then you have a small bracket you can use on your wall. This comes with 2 screws. You add this to your wall and then you hang your glass just like this. It's a very traditional, I think in English it's called a French lead. It's a French invention from way back, which they reinvented in this wonderful way. And as you can see, this little thing has a diameter of, I don't know, I especially don't know in inches, but has a diameter which needs to fit somewhere. So I was thinking right here, so it's nice centered, it should carry the piece well, and especially if this part is opaque, we will never see this system being applied, which is the perfect spot for this project. Alright, so far for being a hang your glass enthusiast, I think I will wait maybe a day or 2 or 3 before starting on this build, because I am about to receive an Oceanside stained glass rackpack. A rackpack is like a small crate, and it has 80 sheets of glass in it, and you're not you can't know which ones are in there in advance, so it's going to be a surprise. That's something I'd like to video for the next time, and I'm hoping that we will find some wonderful matches for this particular build, and we're gonna do many more heroes. So if we find if we find just one matching piece of glass for Jean Grey, maybe we can find other pieces that will fit other projects. I'm very sure we will. But yeah, well, I really want to match the glass colors in total first. I've shown you, like, this is going to be the lightest part of the build, and the orange one is going to be the darkest. So if we're going to move to top view, then this part should be orange, and then here the background should be this nice what we're gonna call it, ivory, and we need, I think we need 2 or 3 colors in between. So that's what I'm going to search for, and once I've got those, we can really start cutting these parts and bits and pieces. I think if I'm getting if I'm losing patience, say today or tomorrow, then I might end up starting already with her suit, but then I will be a little bit uncertain or in uncharted territory, because I haven't made up my mind yet for the total of all the colors. So that's why I'm a bit hesitant to move forward right now. I don't know if you are familiar with the rackpacks. I've ordered quite a few already, and it is like you phrase it, it is like Christmas comes early. So yeah, it's good fun, especially because it's every time kind of a surprise what glass is in there. So it also reminds me a lot of opening Pokemon cards in some reason, in some way. So yeah, that's going to be quite fun. So please let me show you the rackpack in the next video, and I hope I can invite you in more on this project by then as well. For now there's still some decision making to go, and of course I wanted to have to give the Wolverine a little bit of attention because of the build we just made and we're just testing out. But from there we will move on forward a bit faster because these summer months together with Oceanside I will be creating 12 heroes in total. So the Wolverine is just the first one, which means from this week we will be able to pick up the pace, and I am sure that will make the videos even more interesting because it's gonna be maybe a little bit less talk and more elbow. So we're gonna I'm gonna show you more about the pieces I'm actually cutting and or shaping or whatsoever. So right now we're on the beginning of the project, so it's more about planning and thinking about which things we're gonna show you, and I'm sure this will evolve more into the practical approach of actually building the patterns such as this jean grey. And for obvious reasons I've chosen jean grey because I'm Dutch and we have a wonderful actress who played her part in the video in the movies. So this is kind of where I don't know. I think as Dutch people we are really proud that she played those wonderful parts in those amazing international movies. So maybe that's why as a Dutch guy, as a Dutch geek, I always had a soft spot for jean grey. So I'm really happy we're gonna translate this one to stained glass. Okay, so thank you for joining me for today. It's maybe a little bit less informative than I had anticipated. I hope still this is a good start of a new build, which we're gonna start with as soon as possible. Well, if you are interested in how the Wolverine went, please have a look. The videos are online, I think 4 of them. And we're gonna make like an evaluation video. So we're going to montage a video in which all the steps are there and in which we reflect on building the case as well, thinking about the total of the project. So that's coming to you, I don't know, in a week or so. And in the meantime, I'll be checking in live once in a while. If you can't attend, don't feel bad in any way, because YouTube allows the videos to be stored or to be saved in these playlists. So I'm shooting this also with the intent you might see it later, but you get me unscripted, with all the quirkiness any geek can have. And the most important part I'm doing that is because I really want you to be able to connect to me and to this project and to the Oceanside class. Not to play pretend, but to actually show you how things are made, hoping that it can both inspire you as well as, I don't know, maybe you can pick up a few tricks like mostly inspiration and maybe some I can teach you one thing or two or share some things I've learned. Yeah, let's phrase it like that. I like that best. So again, thank you for watching. I'll be enjoying my coffee right now. I don't know if you noticed, but this is a fandom I'm very deep into as well. Please let me know if you are familiar with this and how you like playing this game. And please also leave a comment below if you want to share your fondness for Jean Grey or the X-Men or other heroes or stained glass, I don't know. Please leave a comment and let's start have a discussion about this wonderful project. Also, if you have a great experience with Hang Your Glass or Oceanside, I want to know more about it, so let me know. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, have a good evening, good night, or how does the Truman Show say it? Have a good morning, good evening, and good night. Nice to see you. And I'm getting back to my coffee, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye, take care. How does the Truman Show say it? Good morning, good evening, and good night. Nice to see you.